As some of y'all may know, or maybe a lot of you know, this past year marked the 65th anniversary of the first ever animated series produced for primetime, long before The Simpsons. That, of course, was Hanna-Barbera's The Flintstones. They've done numerous spin offs and numerous movies and specials, including this one. What happens when your favorite modern Stone Age family takes on the popular tale by Charles Dickens? Easy. You've got this right here. Here's my review of A Flintstones Christmas Carol. Ho 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 ho! This is Big D's entertainment rankings and reviews. Ho ho ho! So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome again to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. I'm the Big D, and this time around, I bring to you a review of the 1994 made for TV film, which is animated, A Flintstones Christmas Carol from Hanna-Barbera. Of course, features characters from the particular series and others, based on Charles Dickens' 1843 story of the same name, A Christmas Carol, and features the voices of Henry Corin, Gene Vanderbilt, and Frank Welker, and others. It originally premiered in syndication on November 21st, 1994. And I will say, I think this is another pretty good take on A Christmas Carol with various characters. I mean, since we already had Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol, and just before this, The Muppet Christmas Carol. I have to admit, this is pretty something, but especially with Fred Flintstone acting like a Scrooge like crazy throughout this. Well, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Just listen to the story. The Bedrock Community Players is mounting a Christmas Carol, and all of the town's citizens are either planning to attend or be involved in the production. Barney is playing Bob Craggett, with Bay being his wife, and his son Bam Bam is Tiny Tim. Mr. Slate is taking on the role of Jacob Marbley, and Wilma is serving as the stage manager, while Pebbles plays Martha Craggett. Even Dino has a role playing the Craggett's family pet. But it is Fred, though, who has landed the leading role of Ebenezer Scrooge. Unfortunately, he has let his role go to his head, then gave himself a start in spending all of his time rehearsing his lines rather than focusing on his job or family. Yep. On Christmas Eve, in his rush to get to work, he gets into all sorts of predicaments and also complete his Christmas shopping as well. Fred forgets that he must take Pebbles to cake care and later to pick her up from there. When Fred arrives at the theater, he discovers a furious Wilma who breaks down in tears as she tells Fred about his mistake. Yep, because he failed to even pick up Little Pebbles. Anyway, the play finally begins with narrator Charles Brickens reading the opening lines. After a momentary bout of stage fright, Fred enters and the play proceeds as normal. As the second act opens, Wilma and Bay discover that Pebbles and Bam Bam's teacher, Miss Feldspar, the woman playing the ghost of Christmas Past, has contracted the bedrock bug, a flu like illness. As stage manager, Wilma is left to play the part herself. During the next scene at Fezziwig's Christmas party, Bay informs Wilma that Maggie has come down with a bedrock bug as well. Yes, well, I'll talk about. Um, well, yeah, who of course was like I don't know, a secretary or something like that at Slay and Company. And she plays Belle, so Wilma's forced to don the costume and play Belle as well. Fred realizes he forgot the presents and runs to the store. He is approached by the hooded figure of the ghost of Christmas yet to come, revealing himself as the actor Philo Quartz, and drives Fred back to the theater. The second act takes place. Then the third act begins with the ghost of Christmas yet to come for realsies appearing before Scrooge. And he shows the elderly man an abandoned gravestone marked with the words Ebenezer Scrooge. Now I'll go to the rest of this ending so you know the procedure. You better stop this video at once, go to the description box below, and fast forward to the time below. If you've seen this already, please continue. Okay, you've been warned. Now the scene shifts to Scrooge's bedchamber. He's alive, and he discovers that it is Christmas morning. He recruits a passing boy, played by the same child who Fred entrusted with his presents, to purchase a prize turkeysaurus and have it sent to the Craggits for a feast. Scrooge prepares to go out and explore the city on Christmas morning. Along the way, he meets Wilma, who has taken on the role of one of the members of the Piltdown Charitable Foundation, as the original actor has caught, you guessed it, the bedrock bug. Fred acts as if the woman is Belle, much to Mr. Bricken's frustration, as the ad-libbing is not as script, and begs for both her and Wilma's forgiveness. Admitting his recent selfishness and promising that he has changed his attitude, Wilma reluctantly plays along. The play ends with the narrator informing the audience of the permanent change in the elderly man. Unfortunately, Bam Bam forgets to say God bless us, everyone, leaving Pebbles to make the declaration herself. When the curtain falls, the company drops Fred and scolds him for being such a Scrooge. Fred apologizes, informing Wilma that he has finally realized that his friends and family, rather than his role in the production, are what matter most. Good point. As the company begins to depart, the ghost of Christmas yet to come takes off his hood, revealing himself as Dino, who took the part after Fowl came down with, well, you're right, the bedrock bug. A changed Fred says that when the Flintstones get home, he's going to make dinner and invite Wilma's mother. Unfortunately, after he says this, he comes down with the bedrock bug, and Wilma decides to make dinner with her mother's help since the bedrock bug only lasts for a day. End of story. So, what did I think of a Flintstones Christmas Carol? Well, I'm going to say, despite Fred's out of controlness as being Scrooge and what have you, really kind of gets to some of us. Yeah, that's just kind of a big issue here, but it doesn't really bother me much, though. I actually still like this. It's still pretty good. Anyway, I think it was a nice little film and what have you. I mean, this was not the first time the Flintstones had a Christmas bit. Of course, in one episode of the original series, they had the episode called Christmas Flintstone. But it wasn't until 1977 when they had their first ever special in A Flintstone Christmas in 77, which ended up being Henry Corden's first time in voicing Fred after the death of his original performer, Alan Reed. Now, this would be their next one after the previous year they did A Flintstone Family Christmas, which kind of picked up after the two post TV films, which were I Yabba Dabba Doo and Holly Rockabye Baby, were done. However, unfortunately, this kind of takes place after, well, during the original series and or even the new Fred and Barney show from 1979. But you be the judge on when that happened. The teleplay was written by Glenn Leopold, based on A Christmas Carol. Steve Bernstein does the music, and I absolutely say it was really good. Now, of course, it was just so incredible. Now, it had been rebroadcast over many years on the Turner networks, but most notably Cartoon Network and Boomerang, as well as Canada's YTV. In recent years, it has also been shown on, well, has aired as part of, well, this of the All I Watch for Christmas holiday campaign, as well, for Boomerang's broadcast. I really don't want to say it coming on this. I'm scared I'll get in trouble. More recently, it has been shown on the new MeTV Toons channel as part of the Tis the Season for Toons event. I just recently watched the special on Prime Video, which they actually have that along with a Flintstone Christmas and Flintstone Family Christmas together in one vid. But of course, the Christmas Carol's just one separately. Well, the following year, Turner Home Entertainment initially released the film on video cassette in their Turner Family Showcase collection, debuting 24th among children's video rentals in the U.S. and stuff like that. It later got released on DVD in 2007, which included the Christmas Flintstone episode, which was actually an episode from season 5 of the original Flintstones animated series. The special received a Film Advisory Board Award. TV Guide gave it 2 stars, however, saying the story within a story is challenged by the continual cutting away to backstage incidents that turn the careful momentum of Dickens' narrative into jagged stops and starts. And how can these prehistoric folk be celebrating the birth of a Messiah not due for several millennia? Well, good point. Yeah, it does have issues of going from one thing to another and what have you because of what Fred's doing. Yeah, that is kind of a bit of an issue with this, but nevertheless, well, it might not come close to as good as my liking for maybe other Christmas carols for with characters like the Muppet Christmas Carol or Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol or heck even the Jetsons Christmas Carol episode from their 80s reboot. I will still say it's pretty good though. For the cast, we have Henry Corden once again voicing old Fred Flintstone. Wilma is once again voiced by Jean Vanderbilt, who, of course, she's one of the few people had been voicing the character since day one. Well, this time they got Frank Welker to do Barney and do Dino's vocal effects since even though it had been years since Mel Blanc passed away. B.J. Ward took on the role of May, and Russie Taylor did Pebbles, who did absolutely very good. Don Masick did the voice of Bam Bam. We once again have John Stevenson, another familiar name from the Flintstones, back, who had been with them since day one, back as the voice of Mr. Slate. And there are many others. We have Marcia Clark. Let's see. Will Ryan, Brian Cummings, Renee Lavant, and John Rhys Davies, even voicing Charles Brickens. So you got to admit this has a good voice acting cast. So even though I have a runtime of 70 minutes, I still think this film's pretty good. So with everything said, would I recommend the Flintstones Christmas Carol? I'd say sure, go ahead. I mean, if you're a big time Flintstones fan, or should I say a die-hard Flintstones fan, then I think you will feel right at home with this. Or if you're into other takes of a Christmas Carol, then I'd say go for it. Definitely. So, what did you think of a Flintstones Christmas Carol? Let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Also, click the bell icon for notifications. Continue to help support my channel, and you know the rest. And don't forget, you still have less than 8 hours left to vote for a bonus video of A Christmas Carol. So you have a choice between Scrooge from 1970 with Albert Finney or A Christmas Carol, the 1984 made-for-TV film with George C. Scott. Whichever one has the most votes before 8 o'clock tonight wins, and I will have the review up soon. Okay? So this way I can have one more video up before Christmas, so that way I can give you nice people enough time to be with your friends, family, or whoever you want to be you're being with, or hang out with, or well, you get the point on Christmas, okay? So if you like this, check out these other Flintstone vids. In the upper left hand corner, you can check out my TV log on the original Flintstone series itself from 1960. Or go to the upper right hand corner and see the Saturday morning TV log on the new Fred and Barney show, which will actually be coming to Blu-ray for the first time next month. Or if you would like, go to the bottom left-hand corner and see the Saturday morning TV log on the Flintstone Kids from 1986. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.